pretty much every form you learn on the Batmei form, you will contain some of the bridges. In the entire system, there's 5 bridges on the Batmei system. The first bridge is called the Chunzao. Chunzao angle should be level your shoulder and center your chest. Okay, left or right, that's called Chunzao. And the fingertips don't go straight, go angles out, curve up this angle. And elbow must be deep. And don't tuck in, make it relax and loose the outside like this. That's called the Chunzao. The second one is called the Ganzao. Ganzao is the straight angle chopping. Could be outside, up and down. This is a Ganzao. Another one is called Lapsao. This is a Lapsao. Okay, Lapsao is simple. Basically, it's a grabbing motion. Could be higher, could be lower. That's called a Lapsao. And number 4th one is called a Sawsao. This one is a Sawsao. Sawsao is very unique angles. Make sure the elbow down a little bit and this palm kind of angle a little bit. And the finger, don't try to make it sharp like this. Open up a little bit, make it like this. Okay, and kind of curve up a little bit. This is called a Sawsao. Another one is called the Pusao, which is most useful one. This is called a Pusao. Okay, now I will tell the student come out here and I will demonstration how the 5 bridges work. Bridges basically means used for apply to the opponent. Okay, when the opponent attacking you, sometimes it's hard to directly one punches. It's good to use the bridges and set it up and deliver the knockout punches. Okay. Now example, 5 bridges how it work in the reality. The first bridges I will explain to you guys. This is called the Batmei Chunzao. This one is good to use in avoid a situation if the person point a finger pushing you for a punch. Example, this person come out a punch, that's going to be a Chunzao. You want to make attacking, that would be an eye jab. That would be down, that would be another jab. Okay, that would be the Chunzao. You use it on the center line, on the level shoulder punches. Another one, this is called a Pusao. The Pusao, you use it on a guy have a big arms and big bodies and just come out a big heavy duty punching. It's not good to grab and stick with him each other. Okay, it's good to smack the arm away. Now, this is called a Pusao. Now, the person comes in the punching big, okay, smack him out. You can punching, kicking, finishing, whatever. Okay, this is a Pusao. You use could be either side, left or the right, lower, higher. Another one, this could be a Sawsao. Sawsao used for dominating guys have a smaller size and it's not stronger than you or looks like smaller or could be a little guy. Sawsao is good to control the opponent's bridges. If the opponent comes to punching, okay, this will be a Sawsao. Sawsao from this angle will become pushing, that will be the punching. Or Sawsao could be you want to use one motion bridges. It comes again, Sawsao right here, then directly become chopping, or become eye jab, or become smack, and go and finish. Okay, that's another bridges. Another one is a Lapsao. Lapsao is only used on a certain situations, which is this is called a Lapsao. Do not use on a guy a lot bigger or stronger because you're grabbing somebody. And a lot of times when you use the Lapsao, it's always good to use some other bridges that connect to the Lapsao. Example, if a person comes to punching, right? This is a Chunzao, then the Lapsao, then this punching. Now that you can use on the second bridges, Chunzao, then Lapsao. But if directly the person throw punches out, you're trying to grab, it's very difficult, except for people doing slow motion, parking lot, point the hands, or the parking lot, push your chest, or the parking lot, grab your clothes, and then you can use a Lapsao. Otherwise, if the person trying to throw a punching on you, do not try to use the Lapsao because it's not practical and useful. Now, the last bridge is what I'll explain to you guys is the Batmei Ganzao. This one is basically chopping. If the guy throw the roundhouse on you, that's the Ganzao. Now, Ganzao contains a lot of things. That would be finished. Okay, that would be punching. A Ganzao you can use another way. If a guy throwing a big roundhouse, throw a little slow motion. Okay, now that would be chopping on the forearms. And if you want to hurt the opponent a little bit more, pick your hands, chop inside, close to the wrist, or close inside. Or duck your head a little bit, chop directly in a little bit more. The more inner you chop this section, it hurts more. But be careful, sometimes you chop too in, the guy might fold your hand this angle. So make sure when you chop inside, make sure your head duck a little bit more. Okay. That's basically 5 bridges, how you use it. And bridges, majority time students use the bridges not using it for attacking. It's using for setup, using for testing the motions, and it's using like a guide. So after you practicing that 5 bridges, there's one drill is very basic training. You can practice with your partner, which means very easy practice. You can tell the person, throw a basic punches. You come out of punches, that's the push-up. Keep going, that's the push-up. That's a basic push-up practice, right? Or you can practice the chun-sao lap-sao. That will be another drill. The person comes punch, chun-sao, and you kind of keep chun-sao, and once in a while, throw a chun-sao lap-sao. Keep going, once in a while, you can practice a chun-sao lap-sao. That's another bridge you practice. Saw-sao, same thing. You can keep the guy coming to punch you, that's a saw-sao. That's another drill. You contain, dominate the center, used to build that action, that power, how to dominate your opponent. That's another way to saw-sao. Gang-sao, same thing. You protect yourself as a guy's throwing a big roundhouse motion, this angle, this angle, this angle. Right? This is a gang-sao practicing. Now, after all the learning process before, now I explain the learning the Bak Mei opening, traditional opening. Okay. 4 move. This is traditional Bak Mei opening. Okay. If you want to contain use as application, which means you can, but not really practical because kind of footwork kind of difficult to apply on the reality. Now from here, this move you jab and claw, and this move you jab and claw. Now this is one of the applications, which means a single strike you're using on a slow motion people attacking you, like a parking lot or street people push you around, put a finger on you, whatever, and this is type of move you can use it. Now from this motion, back to the center, this is eye jab, this is eye jab. Okay, this person, if it comes into attack, you throw the punching, this will be jab, and that will be claw. Okay, and you can use a couple other ways if you want to strike him a little bit better. You can directly, the person beat you, you can directly step on the side and jab at the same time. But you got to make it a little fast because the person attacking you. Okay, try it again. Right here, has to step on the side and clock him, splash down. And that's the only move on the Bak Mei opening. This 2 moves on one side and this one on the other side. And the rest, when you finish, that's the whole